Well, hello, welcome back to Steve's Sermon Shorts. I know I haven't done one in a while as we took kind of Christmas off and had some breaks going on in there, but something interesting that's gone on over this last month where I have not been doing the Sermon Shorts is, unfortunately, we've seen kind of COVID make a return to our community and to our nation and to the world with this new Omicron variant. And it's very contagious, so I ask you to y'all be careful out there, be safe, make sure you're doing things that are going to keep you and your family healthy. But something that I've come across that was very disturbing to me, I saw it last night. Now, if you know me and my son Ryan, we like to look at memes. And, these are memes where people take a picture of something and then add some text to it to try to make it funny most of the time. And so most of the time I'm looking at them and me and him will look and we'll laugh at them. But, I always try to make sure, check them first before we look at them so that they're not having any bad words or anything like that for him. Well, last night I was looking at some memes just to make sure it'd be okay for us to look at them. And I saw one where it had a man on the picture, and you could tell he's looking forward to something. When, the picture has him, he's really looking forward to something like what's about to happen is going to be really good. And the text that the person put on this meme was, anti-vaxxers waiting for the vaccinated to die. And I was like, whoa. But then the very same meme that it had as it went through its progression was it had the same picture of the man, and then it said, vaccinated people waiting for anti-vaxxers to die. And as I looked at it, I couldn't help but just be hurt. Because it's like, wow, these are people's lives we're talking about, and we're making it and reducing it down to, if you don't agree with me, then your death proves my point. And I'm just like, ouch. Because we've seen this. We've seen people who are reveling in the death of someone because they disagreed with the position that person held. And I'm just like, if this is the world we're in right now, that we looked at the sanctity of life as being so little and so of such small value that if somebody disagrees with me, then it's better that they die so my point is proven. The thing that's so sad is we see that in the world. Can we see that in the church? I'm afraid Satan would love nothing more than to bring things like that into the church. That our divisions, the things we might disagree on, would get so deeply entrenched, or we would fall so deeply in part of it, that we wouldn't even care if the other person died. We see Satan would love nothing more than that to happen into the church, because he understands that if a church is divided on these issues, even if we disagree with the issue, we don't have to be divided by it. We don't have to willingly wish for the other side to get something bad to happen to them. Satan would love nothing more than that to happen in our churches, because he understands that a church that's divided like that will not do anything for God. In Mark chapter 3, verse 24, it says this, and if a kingdom is divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. If the kingdom of God is divided against itself and we're divided along lines of political affiliation or mask or no mask or vaccine or no vaccine, if we're divided against those lines, we're not going to do anything for God. All we're going to do is hurt the cause of Christ because we cannot get through or get over what we might disagree with. So will we have disagreements? Yes, there's going to be times we're going to disagree. But does it have to be something that divides us so much that we would revel when the other side is hurt? I hope not. I hope as Christians we'll move further. We'll move past that because our goal is not upon this earth. It's not about political parties. It's not about vaccines or not to vaccinate. It is about leading people to Christ and people knowing Jesus Christ so that they might have the ultimate salvation through Jesus Christ and his death on the cross. So let's make sure as church members that we're presenting a united front, that we might disagree, but you know what? I'm not going to be disagreeable. I'm not going to revel in somebody's death simply because they disagree with what I've said. So the big thing about it is let us go out there, show the love of Christ, show the unity of the church because we are united behind Christ and not anything else. All right? Thank you all for joining me. We'll see you next week.